guys, welcome to my channel once more. Today we are looking, as you can probably tell from the title, at palettes that I recommend for this summer. They aren't like all new this year. I don't even know if any of them are new this year actually, maybe one or two. But no, in general they're just ones that I sort of went through my collection and I thought, what screams summer to me? If I were to pick 10 palettes, technically it's 11, but I've combined 2 in the same like number, if you like. But if I was to pick 10 palettes for the summer, what would I choose? Because there's a few of these videos on YouTube and I thought I'd like to do my own take on it. So yeah, just try to figure out how to do this. I mean, these aren't going to be in any particular order in terms of favourites and things like that. I'm just trying to get them organised into some sort of... So, let's see. So these are, let me start, oops. Try again. Let me start with the more like neutral-y, well they're not neutral, but the more like orangey colour stories. So the one I've got on my eyes today, we'll start here. This is the Colourpop California Love palette. So I've had this I think for a couple of years now, since I started buying from Colourpop. This was one of my first purchases, the first year I think that I was buying from them. So as you can tell, the colours are like your golds, your oranges, your browns. This is sort of, this screams summer to me, and it's the one that I've got on my eyes today. So yeah, I love these tan shades. I love the orange. This, where are we? This gold is like, say out of this world, but this is a really nice gold. Love that colour as well, and that I love all the shades in this palette are really nice. And when I think of summer, I'm getting it all over the table. I think I've dug my finger in a shade. Right, let's try again. When I think of summer, this is the colours. This is the sort of colour story that I first think of, and this is sort of the palette that I first think of, because it's affordable and it gets the job done basically. It's affordable and it's the sort of colours that I would gravitate towards for summer. So yeah, no, I really love this one, and I'd recommend it to anybody for like summer palette if you like these sorts of colours. So yeah, shimmers are amazing, mattes are amazing. This is an all-round good one. Now, so the next one I'm going to talk about, this is the Natasha Denona bronze palette. So these are similar sorts of colours in the sense is that you get your oranges, your browns. Might be an idea if I don't cover up the mirror a little bit, but these are your oranges, your browns. The same sort of colours story really, in terms of, I mean, you have got the odd, I mean, this colour is very interesting because it's like a, if I remember rightly, it's like a bluey grey, it's sort of, I don't know if it's sort of some sort of like duochrome, but yeah, I think it was sort of like a bit of a duochrome shift. But that's an amazing colour, but, and then you've got Deep Dive to darken up it up any look, but you've got your bronzes, your golds, your browns, this sort of orangey colour up here. This is the sort of thing, and I do love this Bliss colour because it is sort of like your sort of pink shift. So yeah, I say for the same reasons I love the first one, I love this too, although this is more expensive. This in the UK, this is about £60, unless you can get it on sale. It has been known to be on sale about £48. If you can get it any less than that, then jump on it. I did once get a Natasha Denona palette, I think it was a Love palette last Christmas for £30. I had to jump on that. But in general, these don't usually drop quite that much, especially in the current climate, I wouldn't imagine. But if you can get it for less than 60 or less than 48, I'd do it, because that is... It's an amazing colour story, same sort of vibe as before. I mean, if you can't afford the Natasha Denona, then the California Love will fill a lot of those gaps, as you can probably tell. But yeah, these are these are sort of in the same family, so you can tell what sort of colours I gravitate towards in the summer. But yeah, really love the Natasha Denona too. So if you want a Natasha Denona palette that looks very summery, I would go for this one. Okay. The third one I'm going to talk about, this is the Viseart Soleil Plage palette. So I got this for Christmas. I want to say it came out last year, but it might have come out the year before. I really don't know. If you're not French literate, Soleil means sun and La Plage means the beach. So yeah. And then this is another one that screams summer, because you've still got the like browns and the gold and the like golds, but then you've also got this pop of blue and pop of red, just to like add a bit of colour to any look. So I do really like this. I mean, when I started playing with it, I thought that is a summer palette. That's the sort of palette that I would take on holiday if I was going on holiday, because they are just summer colours. They're the colours I think of when I think of summer, so yeah. Number 4, as I say, these aren't ranked in any particular order, but this is like my number 4 in terms of... just try to find something to cover up the mirror with. This is like my number 4 in this like order that I'm doing them. This is the Colourpop Limoncello palette. So again, you've got the browns, golds, and then you've got these nice yellow shimmer, lime shimmer. You've got this blue, but again, makes me think of summer and holidays and that sort of thing. So I do really, really like that as well, for the same reason that I like the first 2, or the first 3, should we say. So yeah, same again, really. It's got pops of colour, but then you've got all those browns and like, I think I like the browns and the oranges and stuff because it makes me think of sand. See, you know, when you've got sea and sand, and it just, I don't know, it just somewhat screams summer to me when I think of those colours. Right, the next lot are going to be a bit brighter. I mean, I'll go with this palette first because this isn't bright. I mean, it's bright, but it's not as bright as a lot of the others that I've got. So this is the Colourpop So Fly palette. Now, I put this in here because I wore this when I was on holiday, and I went on holiday in like mid-May, so you could argue that wasn't summer. But I created a look with this that I thought was quite summery. So I don't know what it is. I just think it's the beautiful shimmers, especially this FYI shade in the middle, which is sort of duochromy. I think it's that pulls me in. And I mean, this pink and things like that. I mean, I can get a look that looks what I would call summery with this, even though these aren't like, they aren't the classic oranges and browns that I like, but then they're not really bold colours either. I don't know, there's something about this that makes me think of summer when I do a look with it. So yeah, I don't know, but I put it in here because the look I got when I was on holiday was really nice, and it made me feel like all holidays and summer, so that's why I've thrown that in. Might be a bit of a wild card, but yeah, that's why I threw it in. Right, okay, this is where we get to the cheating. Right, these are the Colourpop. Now, if you remember last summer, they did a Hello Kitty collection. And I only picked up these 2, but when I think of bold summer colours, I especially like the pink. The blue is a bit more out of my comfort zone, but when I think of summer colours, yeah, this is what I think, you know, if I'm going for something more colourful, then this is the sort of thing I'd choose. So yes, I do like colour as well. I don't just go for oranges and browns, even though I do like the look I get from oranges and browns and golds. But these are, if I'm going for like bright pops of colour, these are really handy, and you don't have to think too hard, because it's a case of you put this one in the crease, this one to deepen it up, this one on the outer half of your eye and that one on the inner half. So you don't have to think too hard with what you're doing with these. I say it's the same again, you know, crease, deepen up, and then these don't seem to matter. Oh, you probably go inner, outer half, like that. So yeah, I just love these though. I mean, if you're going for something that's, I mean, I wasn't even going to buy them to start with because I'm not really into Hello Kitty, but I think the Coco Cutie one, the blue one, is still available as well if you want to check it out. And it might even be on sale now because they might be trying to sell it off just to get rid, because the others aren't. You can't get the pink one anymore. You can just get the blue one. And that's at the time like of filming or last week or whenever. So it might, I don't know if it's still available, but yeah, I love these. As I say, I'm not into Hello Kitty, but I think these colours for summer are amazing. So yeah. Okay, this one. This is the Revolution, what do they call it? Jungle Princess palette. So this is the Nala palette that came out. So I did do a review on this. And when I did the review, I thought, I think I said while I was reviewing it, I said that is summer in a palette. This colour story to me is summer. I mean, I love the pops of lilac and green. It's not a colour story I've seen too often, but when I do see this, I think of summer. So yeah, I really like that. I've not used it too much. I don't think I've used it since I did the review, but I really should, because I say I want to try and reach for this summer a little bit, because even though I wouldn't call the quality as good as some of the others that I've mentioned, I do believe the colours are very summery. So yeah, I'm adding it to this ranking because I do think the colour story is what I would call summery. Okay, we're going Colourpop again, because most of what I buy has been Colourpop and probably always will be Colourpop, providing I can afford to buy it. But best way to do it, just do it upside down. This is the Barbie palette that came out. This was a summer release last summer. Yeah, what can I say? It's got the browns and the golds and the colours that I gravitate towards for summer. Then you've got the fun pops of pink and blue and hot pink and yellow, and yeah, because you can sort of see sea and sand, you know, like with this colour and the brown, and so you can do like a sea and sand type look like you can with the California Love or the Natasha Denona bronze, but then you've also got the blues to play with, the pinks to play with, and yeah, I just love this for summer. Bright, colourful, but you can still get those goldy looks out of it if you want to. So yeah, that's why I'm putting the Barbie palette. Again, I wasn't going to pick it up because I'm not a big Barbie person these days, because obviously, you know, I'm probably a bit old for Barbie, but at the same time I thought that colour story is beautiful. So I think I only picked it up after other people had picked it up and I'd seen the reviews, and I thought that is a really pretty palette. Okay, so I was going through my collection. I thought I've got to put a BH Cosmetics palette in here because I do love BH. And I settled on the Lunar New Year palette because you've got all your bright pops. So you've got your greens and your red and your orange and your yellow. You could get a sunset look out of this, you know, like yellow, orange and red. And then you've got these shimmers, and you've got gold shimmers. So yeah, I have put this in here because I picked it up and I thought that could probably do some really beautiful summer looks if you actually took the time to play with it. So yeah, as I say, you've got your browns still, like down here. You know, you've got your fun pops of yellow, orange and red, and your shimmers. So yeah, I have thrown this one in here, and I do love BH Cosmetics because their formulas are just like, wow. I mean, if I take this like really bright yellow, and that's not a good arm to use. I did a lipstick video just before I filmed this, so it's just not like the best one to use. But since I've put it on I'm right-handed, so I put it on this. But if you just like do, I mean, BH Cosmetics do a really beautiful formula. So yeah. No, I had to put BH Cosmetics one in here because I do love that brand, and as I say, I'm glad they've got saved by Revolution, but I just hope Revolution carry on doing the same sort of good job that BH Cosmetics have done, because Revolution for me, there's better quality out there. I mean, there's worse out there, but then there's better out there. It's sort of, if I think of good quality, if I was told to name like the best quality brands of eyeshadow, Revolution probably wouldn't be near the top of the list, and I don't even know if it'd be on the list. But they do some really nice launches, but I don't know, they're not my favourite brand. They're not the worst brand, but they're not my favourite. And then that leads me to the fact that I'm just about to mention this. So this is an XX Revolution palette. This is the XX Cloud shadow palette. So yeah, there's me going on about how Revolution aren't the best, and then she's going to mention Revolution palette. So yeah, this. Now when I thought summer, I thought, I know what I've not had out for ages. Let's say I've got the plastic on it because I like keeping the plastic on my palettes so they don't get everywhere, but yeah, there we go. So yeah, that's what I think of when I think of summer. I think of nice, I mean, although pastels could be spring, this to me, I feel more summery with this because of the yellows and the oranges and the golds and the orange. I said orange already, didn't I? But you've got like the oranges, but then you've got like the purples and the greens. And I want to play with this more because I've not really played with it much since I got it. But then when I thought about it, I thought, if I'm looking at summer palettes, why wouldn't I pick this? I mean, I've got so much choice. I could do so much with this, and the shadows are quite good actually in this one. I mean, I don't know if it's because it's XX Revolution rather than just Revolutions. I Heart Revolution definitely isn't my favourite formula, I'll tell you that for nothing, you know, just like now. But if I just pick this gold, for instance, I mean, it doesn't swatch. Let me just pick something that you can probably see better. Let's pick a blue. I think this is quite, I mean, it's a bit chalky, this blue that I've just chosen, but I mean, you can, that would look beautiful on the eyelid. I mean, you've got to admit that, even if, you know. So yeah, no, I want to play with this more because I say I was very excited to pick it up when it came out, and as I say, I mean, that is beautiful as far as I'm concerned. So why wouldn't I select that as like my 10th summer palette, you know? So yeah. Those are the palettes that I'd recommend to you for the summer. They're the palettes that I'm going to try and reach for. So they're the ones in my collection. I mean, obviously there are palettes that are beautiful for summer that I don't own, but these are the ones in my collection that I sort of, as I was ferreting through, you know, looking at all the palettes I've got, these are the sort of ones that gave me more summer vibes. So as I say, this one was California Love, which I used to do this look, which I really do like. Because they're the sort of tones, as I say, if I think of summer, I think of oranges and golds and things like that. But then I do appreciate that, you know, bright pops do have a place in summer as well. So yeah, it's the first time I've done one of these videos, like not a ranking, because I've not put them in any sort of order, but, you know, like a different video other than like a review. I mean, I think I did do like my current favourite makeup products and things like that, but it's one of the first times anyway that I've done a review, not a review, that I've done a video that isn't like trying out makeup. So I hope you liked it. I say if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you if you're a current subscriber. I do appreciate it. You won't believe how much I appreciate it because, yeah, I'm still relatively unknown on YouTube. So I do want to, you know, try and grow my channel, and to say I can only do that if I actually film rather than like have long breaks. So I do want to try and get back into it. So there are videos I've got coming up, but my mind has gone blank. I do want to do my June favourites if I can. I've got plans. I want to refilm my Charlotte Tilbury lip swatching video, because let me just show you what I've got here. So these are all the Charlotte Tilbury lip products that I own. Most of them are just the standard lipsticks, but then you've got we've got one of the jewels, a couple of lacquers, some of the Happy Kiss. So as I say, I need to refilm that because, let's put it this way, the way it was filmed so zoomed in that it was so unflattering, and it's not the sort of thing that I wanted to be on YouTube forever. So I'm gonna have to get my act together, and I'll refilm that for you guys. I've got Island Dream on, which is the new colour from Colourpop at the moment, because that was my previous video to this one. So yeah, check out that lipstick because I would definitely recommend it, even though it is very expensive. Maybe wait for it to go on sale, but yeah, I would recommend that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you to anybody who likes and subscribes. Thank you to all my existing subscribers. Comment down below what your favourite summer palettes are. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks guys, bye for now, have a great week.